Have we seen anything like that planar sponge in the upper right yet today?
Yeah. Rotate down a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think so. And we've seen.
Like one next to the radar dish.
Yeah, we've seen the radar dish, but not that planar one. That's also something potentially new.
Might be worth just a close-up as you go by.
Yeah.
All right. Go. Dan,
So Scott, is the radar dish sponge a different species from the satellite dish sponge that we saw out on the Blake Escarpment?
All right, watch the. Is this?
That's my guess. That's why I'm saying let's just get a good.
Yeah.
As we go.
Watch lead. Is this the same species? Video can go zoom
Yep,
in on
this is it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, hydraulics up.
Hydraulics are up.
Only sample in port.
And yeah, what box do we want to do this?
Port. Starboard side.
Starboard side. You got it.
Hydraulics going on.
Okay. Now, maybe I can port wing inboard, and that'll give us enough clearance to open the drawer.
I think so too.
Yeah. Okay. You mind if I do that now, or you want me to wait?
Could wait.
Okay.
See
Sure.
how this goes. Might be able to. Can I get the mini Zeus on the right monitor,
Sure.
please?
I got your camera. Take your mini Zeus as well.
Yeah.
Here, yeah.
Okay.
And you can see that coral was growing on the dead matrix of scleractinian coral, and it broke away when the pilot hit it with the manipulator, but now he's got another chunk of it. So.
All right, watch lead. Is this a large enough sample? Else I could try to go for the other one.
No, that's great. Thank you.
All right, you can try to get that drawer out if you wanted.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and port wing
And the
inboard.
cutthroat eel is hanging out watching us, seeing if there's any little critters that might come out that might make for a good lunch.
Bio.
His Taco Tuesday.
Slowly draw extend. So far, so good. Starting to hit the bottom.
It's a pretty small sample, so I might be able to sneak it in there, Dan. Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to push the bottom. It's up to you.
Mini Zeus down.
Mini Zeus down.
And we were able to keep that piece of rubble.
All right, clear.
Yeah.
attracting.
Go ahead, watch one. Yeah. Absolutely. It is pretty small, so I can give it a shot. But
what do you want to do?
The small
Great,
red
thank
one.
you. We are going
Okay,
to
I'll
make an
bring the
attempt to
Mesos over.
collect the small Anthomastus, which is the coral right next to where the one that we just collected. It's the red octocoral that's a
Get
little
the,
ball shape.
Do you want to go for port or starboard?
We had several
Starboard
requests
again, I
to
think.
collect
Starboard
this
again.
species.
Let my heading settle out. It's hard to see what it's attached to. Video, can you come in on Zeus? Small red guy here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's held on to the... Okay. All right. Yep. Okay, well, actually, I'm not sure if it made it in there. It was pretty small, so it may have actually just maybe crushed in the Tygon of our jaw here. I think I see like a video coming in. I think I see a finger of it sticking out.
Okay,
See
well,
that?
will, yeah, I think it might be in there, so.
You can
Come
come
up.
up on that. Yeah. I think it's...
I think we got another
Yeah.
sample of the first species as well.
I think so too.
That's a great sample.
Okay. Understood.
I'll bring the minis just down. Over. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring the port wing inboard again. Starboard bio is extended. Coming out slowly on the drawer.
Everything in the way.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm moving the vehicle now. I'm not sure.
Okay, so Tina said that this is Pseudo-Anthomastus.
Okay, clear.
Yeah.
Tracking.
All right.
Go ahead, Nev.
Okay, watch lead. Was anything else in this field of view you needed a zoom on while we're here? While I'm steady?
Minis is back to you too.
Yeah. Video come in. Looks like a canvas or something.
So Chuck Messing was asking about this spiderwebby mucus funnel. Is similar to those that he's seen just about everywhere. But he's never been able to figure out what makes it. So any suggestions? Polychaetes? Anything else? Has anybody seen this?
It almost looks man-made.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
It looks like a woven burlap of some sort. It's amazing.
Okay, video, and you're clear, I think. Pilot is clear.
Pseudoanthomastus, yeah.
All right,
Okay.
here we go.
I am on heading, so you just have to
Oh,
move up,
one
uphill
more.
in front of me.
What was that watch lead?
If we could get, there's a sponge up to the right that's kind of flat and planar. If we can get a look on a closer look at that on the way by, that would be lovely.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Look at these sponges; they're amazing. Now these
Video coming
do
partial.
look different than we've seen so far. Oh, and that one has a shrimp on it or something. Wow.
I think we're clear lasers for this subject. Oh,
Wow, that's a beautiful shrimp.
sorry, I'm just trying to recalibrate for the current here.
Some more of that mesh to the right.
Video, I'm going to try to get a closer up of this particular sponge here. Stand by one as I situate. All right, you can zoom in more now.
He's just letting the sponge do all the food capture.
That is gorgeous. Look at that shrimp. I don't know if I've seen this one before.
It's surprising that they would have that much coloration on the legs. For what purpose, you wonder?
Yeah.
In the dark, for one thing, but also why stripes or alternating bands.
Okay, video, when you're clear, pilot's clear.
Actually, a lot of the crustaceans have alternating red and white bands.
Mm-hmm.
The Ricinia crab, Ricinia crassens, also has that pattern. And
is there any idea why? Is it a signal to others that they're crustaceans? That doesn't make sense. But
no. Well, I hear that red looks like black, so maybe it's a kind of a confusion thing. If you have stripes that some part of you is visible and some of it is not.
So the current's coming from almost directly
wow,
behind
look
me,
at that.
Yeah.
Getting up higher on this mound, and we have even more coral.
We're at 708 meters. Climbing up the backbone of a trio of mounds, with each one being higher than the last, all in the flow of the Gulf Stream.
So we were wondering if there is anybody online from the South Atlantic Fisheries Management Council. I know that Chip was online before. Are you still there, Chip, or is there anybody else from the council? Well, maybe we'll have somebody joining us again from the council. We're just wondering what their impressions were about this habitat, since it's
What is that?
looking
Possible
so...
shark video?
Ooh, we might have a shark up here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Our first shark of the
there
expedition.
We go.
Zoom out to keep them in view. Thank you.
I wonder if Andrea can tell us what shark it is.
Oh, he's going to come and check us out. Oh,
Nice. Couple of pencil urchins on the left. I know that's nowhere near as exciting as a shark.
I'm amazed you even saw them. But yeah, they are quite prominent. Now we can look at them. Oh, those pencil urchins. Yeah, can we get a quick zoom on those?
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
What do you frame them up?
And they're not moving.
Yeah. They're easier to get in a still shot, aren't they? So Tammy Frank was commenting on the color patterns that we were talking about.
Take my rotator.
And said they often live
Video,
on
you can zoom in.
white and gray sediment or white and black sediment. So these zebra stripes help them blend in with the background.
Holding there.
Thanks, Tammy.
Center here, trying to.
And we collected these on the Charleston Bump and also other submersible dives on the shelf edge off of Charleston. And many of them had scale worms wrapped around the thick pencils. So they were using that substrate and feeding off of whatever they could grab as well. I don't think they were damaging the pencil urchins at all.
Maybe hitching a nice
Hitching
slow
a ride, yeah. Just getting up into that current.
Okay, video, maybe we can find the other urchin.
There's some more of the yellow hydroid that we were seeing previously, blowing in the current.
Rotate up and zoom in.
And lots more Lophelia, which is the white scleractinian coral that you're seeing.
And so all the fuzziness of these coral stems that we're seeing, those are hydroids, I believe. Is that what's inhabiting the dead coral stalks?
Down a bit.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of those are hydroids.
Mm-hmm. So that isn't the organism that has the skeleton. They're taking advantage of the death of the corals that made all of those branching, the branches.
The structure,
the structure of this entire portion of the mound. And you can imagine once that disintegrates is there for long enough time, currents and just breaking down of the calcium carbonate structure would cause that whole mound to collapse.
All right, thank you.
And become part of the substrate instead of sticking up into the current like this.
Thank you, Dan.
Looks very crushable.
Yeah, you can imagine that would be swept off and taken away pretty easily.
Like that.
So why don't we go ahead and do like 10 meters at, or 10 or 15 at 340. Get an inch ahead.
All right.
Let's do 15 at 340.
Copy, 15 meters, 340.
Again, this looks like all Lophelia on this larger mound where we were seeing an Elapsamia profunda as the dominant framework building coral on the slightly deeper mounds. And this mound has much more relief off the seafloor compared to the other mounds that we were on earlier.
ROV nav bridge, I have range 150
Understood.
meters, bearing 340, speed 0.2.
I'm going to keep my camera at 70 degrees, so if you stay within that, you should be okay.
Copy.
Range 15 meters.
Another pancake urchin.
Speed 0.2.
In the foreground. Another rat tail, looks like. Is that a rat tail?
Yeah, it looks like it.
How are we doing on our pace, Fernando?
Nizumia.
Video coming partial.
We're pretty good. So distance 87.
We have several stylaster lace corals here, the little white corals on the left. And there's another one of those strange
net-like, mesh-like
that we saw previously. That nobody seems to know what makes those.
ROV nav bridge, move initiated.
That's a good copy.
Go ahead.
Kristen Jones pointed out that the shark that swam by just a little bit ago was a species of squalus.
This is crazy.
Zoom out video.
And Sandra Brooke pointed out that this Lophelia growth is a little bit odd.
Yeah.
And it looks as if it might have been new settlement on old standing dead coral in some places at least.
Yeah, that's 160.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so the eel in the background is
Snap.
swimming away with some dinner.
Look at that. My goodness.
Wow. Now that is a big meal.
So it
Wonder-
doesn't look like the eel it's chomping on. Well, maybe he's just been chomping on it so long that it doesn't look so good anymore.
Well, I think he probably just found that on the seafloor.
Yeah, I was wondering if he made that. If he made all the chomps or if somebody else did. Oh my gosh, is it still alive?
I think it was blowing in the current.
I hope that's what it was.
Yeah, you come on.
Okay, why don't you back up a little bit?
Interesting feeding behavior.
Yeah.
I don't think he realized he was going to have such company for dinner.
Try to get the rat tail floating here. Snap.
Here we have a rat tail, Nizumia. Not sure if this is Nizumia beardi or another one.
Zoom out to keep him in view.
You can see the dense layer of coral fragments that cover the sediment here. Ooh, and that looks like it might be Madrepora. Pilot, this is watch one.
Go ahead.
There's a coral up to the right of the Nizumia of the fish. It's kind of dead. Yeah, that one right there. Can we get a little bit of a zoom there?
Yeah.
Thanks. This looks like Madrepora, and I think we might have seen a little bit of this a while ago. It's orange when it's alive, and it's very
Video come
zigzag
out.
shaped.
All right.
So this is less common than the other colonial scleractinian stony corals than we've seen so far today, but very much not unexpected around here. We have another vase sponge in the bottom of the
Hey,
view.
co-pilot, I think we're done with that move. Do you want
Okay.
another one?
Yep. Yes, please.
Copy
Let's
that.
just make it 20.
All right. 20 meters.
Video come in.
340.
Yep, that looks like Madrepora. It doesn't look alive anymore.
All right. Co-pilot, check my rotator. Come up to see subject.
Goodness, look at all that,
Yes, we're done.
Tilting
all
up.
the sponges and crinoids and
There
everything
you go.
else in every little space
Down.
here.
What are you looking at, sir?
Down, 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 down. Hold. In.
Holding there.
Yeah.
And
There
then
you go.
there's another Duvia florida right behind it.
Bridge.
And you can see there's lots of brittle stars making their home in the
Speed 0 decimal 2. Over.
Sorry, I'm
Madrepora.
dusting your video. Of course. Could rotate down about. There it is. All right, video when you're clear, pilot's clear.
Bridge, move initiated.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Bridge.
And for anybody
Camera back
that's
to
just
you.
joining us, we are at the Stetson Mesa South region. The Stetson Mesa is off of the coast of North Florida, and this is part of the Stetson Miami Terrace coral habitat area of particular concern. and we have seen quite a lot of coral today in this area. And the bottom here is covered with these mounds, and so it's been a big mystery what these mounds actually were, if they were rock, if they were formed by coral. And it looks like from our observations today that at least some of them have been formed by coral. This looks like an Samia that's in our center screen with an Anthomastus and some more Duva Florida.
So we've got
a
20
bamboo
meters
coral
going
on the
340
kind of
underway
center
right
of
now.
the screen.
Okay. Video can snap and then we'll move on.
It's beautiful. You can see the polyps extended from the white part of the coral that's alive, and then the brown part of the coral that's creating habitat for other organisms now that it's no longer alive itself.
Okay, video, when you're clear. We got a move underway, so I'll keep moving here.
Yeah, I kind of like the position you're in right now relative to Sirius.
Copy.
Just don't get too far ahead.
And Chuck Messing pointed out that there was a small stalked feather star post-larva at the bottom of the field of view that we were just seeing. We have about 2 hours left on the bottom today, and we're at 708 or 7 meters or so.
Okay, video, you can frame up this grouping here.
Maybe take your camera.
Yeah.
Got it.
Go ahead and come in, video. Yeah. You're gonna get some dust pretty soon, so
Tilting down a bit.
we'll grab it real quick here.
Lasers off.
And these are the two species that we just collected here
Yeah.
a little bit ago.
Great dust.
There's Duvia Florida and Anthomastus or Pseudo-Anthomastus. There's also an anemone, the orange creature on the right-hand side of the screen. And this looks like more Samia profunda to me, is the white coral that
Copy.
white live
Copy
coral that
bridge.
we're seeing.
Move complete.
Camera back to you. Let's do another 20.
Copy that.
Lasers back on.
Another cutthroat eel, Synaphobranchus.
Bridge. Okay, gonna go 20 meters, bearing 340, speed decimal 2. How's my volume right now? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, loud.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Small one or big one? Yeah, understood.
Oh yeah, that's a good one to look at there.
Could snap it.
Here's a coral that we haven't, I don't think we've seen before today. Is that a bamboo? Can't quite tell. No.
I don't think it's a bamboo coral, some kind of plexaurid, perhaps.
Try to get closer.
Looks like an alipsamia with a white coral behind this plexaurid.
Copilot, take rotator, rotate up.
Got
Video
it.
command.
Tilting up.
It's a beautiful shot.
I was not on the earlier part of the dive when you were seeing the Unicella and collected something, so I'm not sure how this compares to that.
Could rotate down to base.
Rotating down.
If you have any more zoom, you could take it.
Nice little shrimp to the right there. That's gorgeous. Not sure if that's a little baby crinoid to the left of the coral.
Maybe come back up to polyps. Yeah.
And this might be the Unicella that we collected as our first collection today. Way back hours ago.
Pilot's clear when videos are clear.
Rotator back to you.
Great. All right. Just an octopus. Snap on possible octopus. Take rotate.
Oh, we do have an octopus.
Got it.
Wow.
Rotating up.
Pilot, good eye.
Yeah, good eye, pilot. I didn't see it. Wow, it's
Tilting up.
quite tiny.
Holding there. Tilting down.
Just a baby guy. Yeah, tilt
That's
that.
awesome.
Tilt that wheel there.
We saw a dumpling squid 2 days ago that just had the head and the eye poking up on the sand.
Got a stylaster coral, lace coral right in front of the octopus and a couple of cup corals on the right. And hopefully the octopus will come out and make himself present.
Give us a show.
Yes.
It is cephalopod week after all.
Yeah. He's right on cue.
Okay, looking down 90 degrees.
And I should
What
know
you got
more
left in
about
the
this particular octopus than I do,
Yeah.
but
How much
this
left
is
in the
not
minute?
the group of octopuses that I work on, so hopefully, I know that Heather Judkins and Mike Vecchione were on the
Second
chat
station
room
there,
earlier.
right?
Maybe
Yeah,
they're still around and can talk about this particular one.
Great, just now.
Wisely, did you need a closer look of this? I think he might be just descending into a hole now.
Doesn't look like we'll be able to get a closer
Yeah.
look, but I'm glad we got
Back to
some
you.
great eye. Thanks
Yep,
for
we're
pointing
just
that
coming
out.
in now. It's getting ready to call you. Yep, stop now.
So we're coming into position.
Excellent.
Yes, at position now.
Copy, bridge. Thank you.
Tilting back at you. 101.
All right.
So we've been talking about Anthomastus versus pseudo-Anthomastus. And Tina Moldasova has pointed out that the difference between the two. And Pseudoanthomastus has bigger and fewer siphonozoids and a separated stalk, and they tend to lacerate. And Pseudoanthomastus is a very large group. And it might actually be more than one genus. And Chuck Messing pointed out that that was a feather star, a tiny feather star that we were seeing earlier. And Michael Vecchione said that that was a small moose octopus. Yay!
A good name for it.
Seems like the. Well, never mind.
Trying to decide why they call it moose octopus, and Scott said it was because his hair was moosey.
Another shark off to your left.
Oh dear.
Must be getting late in the dive.
Yes, it must be.
Oh, here's another shark. Or maybe the same one. Somebody joining us.
Mike Vecchione here.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm okay. I just called to celebrate Cephalopod Week and the octopod you just saw. That was it looked like a very small muse octopus.
We'll let it go video.
It was a juvenile.
Thanks.
Oh, wow.
Muse octopus is the new name for what we used to call bent octopus.
Oh, okay. I've seen that name before.
Yeah, bent octopus has been around for a long time, but it turns out there was a lot of confusion about it.
It's so trippy. Turning like that, and keeping your force against the current at all times.
You have to like
Serious view helps so much.
Very interesting.
To, like, the stick
so do you see many juveniles?
The serious view is what keeps you
I've caught a few
for sure.
small ones that looked a lot like that, and basically I can come up with a guess as to what the species name is, but all it would be a a wild guess.
Well, let's go for it.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do it. I'll take a look at the video clip and maybe some frame grabs and close-ups and so on before I commit myself.
Okay, great. We'll look forward to hearing more.
Okay, well, I just wanted to tell you what it was.
Great. Thanks so much, Mike.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that was Mike Vecchione from the Smithsonian Institution, a cephalopod expert, helping to identify that little octopus that we saw, a juvenile moose octopus.
Up a bit, and camera's back at 70.
Copy that.
And this white octocoral, I think we've seen that one before.
Video, let's snap on.
But I could be wrong.
White coral.
And we have some more Bathopsamia, the cup coral behind, the orange cup coral. And the stylaster is the lace coral to the left. Now this is a beautiful octocoral.
So this may have been what we were looking at earlier, but an older one. The previous one wasn't branched.
Oh, okay. So the Unicella?
That's the thought. So I look at the way the polyps arise from each side of the skeleton.
Right.
It reminds me of a Swiftia. I just don't believe I've ever seen a white Swiftia.
Right, right.
Video zoom in on polyps. Oh, understood. A little further away than I thought. Okay, video. Pilot's clear when video's
Okay,
clear.
so the moose of the moose octopus is named after Bent Moose, who was the reviser of the genus Bathypolypus.
Not because it looks like a moose?
No. So he was a Scandinavian cephalopod expert. Oh, that makes sense. And Ira Sampaio also thought that that might be Swiftia that we were just looking at there.
Video snap. Maybe a lighter subject over there. Oh,
We
never
seem
mind.
to have reached kind of a flatter part of this mound feature.
The currents don't seem quite so bad here. I don't know if that's just our perspective or the orientation.
Yeah, so I think it's just orientation.
Okay.
Because now it's blowing directly from behind Sirius in D2, so it's a little easier to keep yourself straight since
I
the
see.
Okay,
current
video,
is kind
let's
of
frame this up.
helping us to align into the slope instead of coming from our side. It's still significant.
This must be a dead sponge.
Now that's an interesting looking sponge. I imagine that the part that's facing us is mostly dead. It's very sedimented.
We
Okay.
see a pancake urchin over on the right. I don't know if you pointed that out. But
Nope.
we've seen at least 6 or 7 of these.
Yeah.
No sea stars today. I don't
No,
think none.
I don't think
Pilot's
we've seen any
clear
sea
when
stars.
video
We've
is
seen
clear.
a few each day. Seen plenty of brittle stars within the coral colonies or within the dead coral arms or structure.
So if we see another one of the Swiftia, there's been a few requests to make a collection, so let's keep our eyes peeled.
What did that one look like, Watchley? The Swiftia? The white
In
color?
the northeastern Atlantic, there's the typical red color as well as white.
Okay.
Oh. Sorry, pilot, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just asking, just so I can keep an eye out for the Swiftia, what I'm looking for. I think, is that the white one?
Yeah, it was the white one that we were
Okay.
just looking at. Actually, there might be one to the upper left here.
Yeah, the
Yep.
chandelier or the
Yeah,
candle.
candelabra,
Yeah.
but not like the orange candelabra we saw before.
Okay.
We might have found another Swiftia. We're going to take a look at it. This might be an easy spot to collect because the current is actually helping us in this case. It's behind us now.
You go ahead, Watchley. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It's pretty small. Okay. Video come in partial. Rotate it up, Dan.
You got it.
You can zoom in more if you'd like. Watch lead, is this what you were hoping for?
I believe so. That does look like the same thing, correct, Scott? Or anybody else?
You joy lock me?
You got it.
This does look like what we were just looking at. That was suggested maybe Swiphia. So that's consistent. I'm just trying to learn from anybody about the first collection of the day, which I wasn't here for.
Zoom out partial.
Somebody had suggested this was also maybe with me, Unicella. I want to be sure this is different.
Zoom out a little bit, video.
Yeah,
Yeah. Gotta see if I'm moving.
people were in agreement that it was Unicella that we collected previously. I don't remember exactly. I thought it looked different than this.
Yeah, I'm going back to review right now to see that
Can
first
this group fit in the inner, port inner?
And
Scott,
Andrew,
our video team's looking at that as well.
yeah, and Andrew, we did get not really close-ups of the shark that came by, but our video team's kind of
Jeff
snipping that
I
part
think Jeff
out.
did it the other day,
And
right?
thanks for saying
I
it
don't
was
know
a
where
squall
he put
day.
it.
Hopefully we can get you a little bit more.
I mean, you could kind of like
Of an
dig the
image.
claws in and feather it in and try to grab a clump of sediment.
Watch lead, this is Pilot.
Go ahead, Pilot.
Did you want to scoop it in hopes of getting the base and the entire specimen?
Yes, and that way we might get some sediment too for the geologist in our mix.
Okay.
I mean,
We can give it a try.
And then I'll be quiet.
If we're just trying to get sediment, I would say get the coral and then just make a separate collection for the sediment with the scoop. I wouldn't scoop the coral if you don't need to, especially in this current.
Yeah, so the
just gonna blow away.
D2 doesn't have a great setup for sediment sampling, but the sediments have been very interesting this whole time. So what the pilots have been able to do is use the scoop and basically get some sediment along with a coral or other type of sample, and Leslie has learned a lot from that, so we're going to try that again here.
Okay, watch lead, this is Pilot.
Go ahead, Pilot.
So for this sample, I think if I try to scoop it, the coral might break and fall away. So I think it might be make more sense to use the coral cutters, cut it, grab it, put it in the box, and then go back with the scoop and then get just sediment. In addition to maybe the base, kind of like two grabs rather than one, I think, for this guy. Is that okay? So maybe cut it right at that first base.
Or maybe scoop the sediment, and while you're clipping, the sediment will settle in the box so it doesn't cover up the clipping.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
You think?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay.
So you do sediment first, then clip?
Yes, and
Understood.
it'll have time to settle out.
You can starboard wing in. Hydraulics coming out.
Okay. So they
want to scoop sediment, put it in the box, and then go back and.
So
that's gonna stir up. It's gonna make collecting a lot more difficult when you scoop in. You're gonna stir up a bunch of wash in the water. It's gonna cloud your view a lot.
I think it should clear it.
If you scoop downdrift of that would at least not damage the coral too much.
It's still gonna
I mean, we're gonna rinse it no matter what.
Especially as you're bringing a scoop full of sediment over into the box and then dump it in the box, you're gonna have a cloud in front of you for.
Okay, watch lead. So my co-pilot's informing me that when I do scoop sediment, it will make a large cloud of dust. It might take a minute to clear. You guys still want the sediment, is that correct?
We have port inner and port
I'll leave it up to the
right?
biologist
so,
about.
to go to the starboard side with the scoop.
I thought we had.
We'll
port
get a
inner
sediment
available.
sample at some point, I'm pretty sure, but the
Yeah.
sooner the better, so we have the bio box.
I would say just get the coral
Yeah,
and then we'll
yeah.
go for the.
I guess that would be
for the sediment.
still a good
The
thing
coral
to
you
do
can
is get the
guarantee
sediment.
So
get it in the
yes
box
would
and
be
then
the
we'll get
answer.
sediment. Right.
Okay. Yeah, watch lead. So talking to my co-pilot, we still think it's better to get the coral first and then sediment. Is that okay?
Well, then the coral will be buried by the sediment. They're going in the same bio box because
Right,
they're
but
from the same environment.
It's going to be a lot easier to collect if we get the coral first and get that in the box, and then go for the sediment. I mean, everything will still be in the box when we
Okay,
get to the surface.
that sounds fine.
Okay. If Cheryl says it's okay by me. Thanks.
Can I get mini Zeus on the right monitor?
Got it. So do we have port inner available, Fernando?
I wrote port inner, but
I'm going to take your mini Zeus, tilt up.
Yeah.
I'm going to get your, so he's looking.
so hold on 1 second. I wrote down port inner as used.
Used and port outer is used?
Yeah, that's what I have right here. But
okay. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a scoop of sediment into the starboard box, but we can try.
So which one's available, Dan?
So I think we have to go starboard outer. That's the only one that's available.
Okay.
So you got your elbow and your shoulder extended, so you should rotate shoulder left and then kind of swing your wrist out to straighten out and you'll get a little more range. That might help you. We're still out pretty far, but...
okay, Dan.
Yeah.
I just checked with Emily, and she says that 3 and 4 were in starboard inner, so port inner is open.
Port inner is available?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead, Watchley.
All right, Dan, you want to go port inner?
Yep, port inner.
It's like right out of reach. All right, here we go. Love it. Okay. There we go. Changing my heading set point to get the arm base closer to the unit.
Okay.
Zoom out partial on Zeus. Thank you. Okay. Dan, you ready with the drawer?
We're ready. I'll extend the drawer now.
Starboard inner, is that what we're going?
Port inner.
Port inner.
Drawer extended, and I'll tilt down in your mini Zeus. Nope. Sorry. Coming back. There you are. Watch your wrist on the lip of the box there. Seems to be okay. Would you like me to track the drawer while you get the scoop? Yeah, we should definitely do that actually.
Yeah.
So we don't put pressure on the cylinder.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm going to keep that there.
What do we get? A little bit.
You got it. Starboard wing inboard. Okay. I'll tilt up a bit on your camera.
Well, actually, this is pilot. How much sediment do you need? Understood.
So just watch yourself. You're moving right now. You're not stationary.
What grip force do you run?
The scoop, I mean, you can go
5?
5 or 6, yeah. You're still not, you're not stationary there. I wouldn't.
Okay. I'm going to grab my joy lock right now, please. Thanks.
So you're pressing down 95%?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to bring it outboard while you scoop.
Understood. Ready for drawer? Let it clear.
I'll let you get up a little higher.
Yep. Yeah. Probably stand by. Dan, is it even?
Well, we're not. So Casey, I'll just say, I don't know if we can get the scoop material into the starboard bio box.